This is my husband, Jared.
This is my wife, Jenny.
It's CherryPieCottage.
And we're doing what we said we weren't going to do.
What?
Record on a Monday night.
Yup. This weekend was busy.
Very.
We should probably finish our intro. And I thought we were going to actually do that, but you started talking. You didn't even tell him what episode number it was before you started talking.
Episode 66. What?
He messed it up first, not me. We live in Lubbock, Texas. It is cold, and I have been wearing this sweater, my weekender, a lot. I'm going to have to wash it soon.
She slept in it the other
I
night.
did not. I don't sleep in my hand knit sweaters.
I'm glad you said sweaters.
Yeah, because I slept in a hat the other night because my ears were, I was freezing. It was cold. Even with my personal heater like curled up to me, I was still freezing. Welcome to all new and returning viewers too. Take the pen. What are we drinking, dear?
Well, I am drinking a little bit of the bubbly.
Sparkling apple cider. It's my favorite thing, and I always get like the big 4-pack of them at Costco. I only get them at this time of the year though. So, because we don't drink, and this is like, for some reason this makes me feel fancy to drink this. I don't know why. It seems ridiculous, but...
Oh, come on now. It doesn't only seem ridiculous.
Be nice. What's been going on, dear?
Well, work. So much work.
Why has there been so much work lately?
This is inventory time.
Fun!
No.
It's like he's back in the military.
One of the downsides of working in a retail industry.
Hey, but it's only twice a year. It's not like in the military where you worked 12 to 14 hour shifts on the regular. This is only twice a year.
This is true.
So, it's just more difficult on you because you're a manager, so you have a lot more responsibility when it comes to inventory.
So.
We had Thanksgiving.
We did.
That was last weekend.
We did.
His parents came.
Yep. Which is good.
Mm-hmm.
It was good to see them.
Yes, it was.
So.
Anything else you want to say about Thanksgiving?
Ate way too much.
He smoked a turkey.
Yes.
And made cranberry sauce from scratch. We didn't just open up a can.
And probably the first time in our marriage.
Yeah. Well, it's because you and Haley are the only ones that eat it.
Yeah.
So I just always got what you wanted.
I wanted to try it this year. And it actually came out pretty good.
We have another bag in there. You might want to make some more before you just go. So yeah. The kids each made a pie and they each made a side dish. And Michael, he made the green bean casserole. He goes, "Mom, why do you make this every year? It's gross." And he loves green beans. I said, it's because the other two in this family like it.
Since when does he think it's gross?
I don't know, but he does. I don't like it because I can't stand green beans.
Green bean casserole is... It's not Thanksgiving if you don't have green bean casserole.
I made my cheese potatoes. However, I got a different kind. I cheaped out this year and I bought the Walmart, the Great Value brand of the hash brown potatoes. They have way too much water in them.
Yeah.
Don't buy those. They're gross. I'd never tried them before. I've always bought name brand, but this year I was just like, why not? I put it on my Walmart pickup. So.
Everything else was the same in them though?
Yeah.
Cheese whiz, butter, all that?
Yep.
Garlic?
Yep. Yep.
I don't know what it was, but it's like none of those flavors were coming out in it.
Nope.
It was like just eating plain...
It was like potatoes with a lot of garlic on it.
Plain potatoes with sauce on them. Not even a flavored sauce. Just...
It's like those potatoes had so much water and it watered everything else down. It was so bad. I won't buy those again.
I wonder if you like browned them first and then did the casserole, if that would make it any better.
No, I never do. I always do them straight
I
out
know.
of the freezer.
I know, but I'm saying if you were to try that brand again.
I'm not going to try that brand again.
All right then. Problem solved.
I'll get the HEB brand.
Yep.
What else? Oh, this weekend was super busy, which is why we're recording on a Monday. He had inventory this weekend.
Yep.
So Friday he was out really late. We were going to record on Friday. He had to stay later than he'd planned to. And then Saturday he had to go back into work and do stuff. And me and the kids were cleaning and I was baking because we had the youth group progressive dinner on Saturday. And in case y'all don't know what a progressive dinner is, it's where you take each part of the meal and you do it at different people's houses. So, by the way, he didn't hit me in the face. This is a pimple. Just I keep noticing it. And it's stop. It's driving me nuts. I just noticed it, and I don't have makeup on. But just so y'all know, because that's what you wanted to know.
I don't have any on either. Just putting it out there.
So we had 3 different houses. We had appetizers at one, and then we had dinner at another house, and then we always do dessert at our house because we're the ones that organize it. And by we, it's a royal we. I do it.
It's about time that goes the other direction. So, hang on. Let me say it, okay? We organized the progressive dinner.
And it was for the youth group at church. So, because everything else has been canceled, but we were able to do this because it was a smaller group and the kids really enjoyed it. And then after dessert, we do a white elephant gift exchange. The kids aren't quite understanding what white elephant means, so they're getting like serious presents. Whereas our kids, Haley got a bag of like the candied coal. That was what she put in as her gift. Michael's was the best. You want to tell them about Michael?
Michael took a roll of toilet paper.
The single ply.
Michael took a roll of toilet paper and put a paper face mask on it and wrote a note on it that said emergency COVID-19 kit. And yeah, he used the cheapo Dollar General 1-ply toilet paper for it. So
Yeah.
of course his best friend ended up with it.
Yeah. They're both blaming each other for why he ended up on it. He said Michael told him to get it, and Michael said no, he asked which one was his so he could get it. So, anyways, fun was had by all. I made cheesecake and I made brownies for those that didn't want cheesecake, and then I had toppings for all of them. So, it was fun. And then Sunday we had church in the morning, and then my mom's birthday was that evening. So we did not, and we went out to eat with them and then came back, and my sister had made a cake and we opened presents and just kind of chatted, and then they went back home. Mm-hmm. So, which is why we weren't able to record yesterday. This weekend was just really busy. So,
I think I went on Friday. I think I went to work at
you went early.
5, and I didn't leave until 8:30 at night.
Yeah.
So
it was busy, and I told him this week he can't, when he comes home from work, he can't do anything that makes him think. He needs to de-stress.
Joke's on her. That's just about anything.
So, we have a sweater cow going on. It's going on until the end of the year. So, December 31st is the last day. Get your adult human sweater into the thread in our Ravelry group before the end of the year. We will draw prizes for the first time that we record in January. So, and I showed the prizes on the last episode. Was it the last episode?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the last episode. So, if you haven't watched that one, you can go back and watch that one and see what the prizes are. Do you have anything else to add to what's been going on?
No.
No?
No.
You sure?
Think so.
You seem like you have something to add on.
No, not really.
He needs to shave. I hate this. I hate that so much. But you can see his gray. Oh, wait. No.
Other side. There you go.
His gray.
Right there. This
It's not
did
because of
not
me.
exist
It's not because of me.
until she was pregnant
Nope.
with
Not my
our
fault.
son.
Not my fault.
So,
However, I am finding silver eyebrow hairs, and no, we're not old enough. No.
see, she says that when she finds them on her. When she sees them on me,
I like it.
she's like, "Oh my goodness, you have silver hair."
He does here, and like,
I found one in this eyebrow, like a good sized one.
but see, it didn't bother me that you're getting gray or silver hair.
Doesn't bother me either.
Just don't go completely white yet.
Oh no.
So, but yeah, I think that's all we have for what's been going on. We aren't gonna have the new history segment because he's been so busy and hasn't had time to do his research.
Very busy at
And
work.
like I said, I didn't want him to have to think, so I just said we're not gonna do it, and he said thank you. So let's move on to our next section, which is faux party. Hey babe, you got any faux?
What did she just get done saying that I've been dealing with for the last like 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
But it wouldn't be this section if I didn't ask. I already know the answer every time I ask, but
Exactly. So, no, babe, I do not have any foes. Do you have any foes?
I do.
Well, while you talk about those, I'm gonna work
Okay.
on these.
I have 3.
Now that we're finally getting to yarn
Yeah.
or knitting in general, I guess.
Yeah. So, I bought like this scrubby yarn. It's cotton yarn, but it's like got a coating on it. I don't know, but it's cotton. It says it's cotton. I bought it at Hobby Lobby. It's the Hobby Lobby brand. But I made a scrubby for my mama. I gave it to her yesterday, and she left it on the table when she walked out. So, and I have another one.
That means.
Huh?
I think we all know what that means.
No, I think it's because Allison picked up the stuff that was over there, my sister, and didn't realize that she was supposed to take that home. So, but I plan on making one for my sister too. I won't make one for myself because I don't really use these. So, and then I have some washcloths and stuff I'm making them. Then I finished the last Christmas knit for my children. These are Haley's fuzzy socks. And sadly, I think I'm allergic to mohair. Like, not allergic, it just messes with my hay fever, so I don't think I can use the rest of the ball of yarn that I have. It's like acrylic, it like fluffs up and gets in my nose.
That doesn't mean you're allergic. That just means it fluffs up and you get it in your nose.
Well, it's like with the acrylic, it's my hay fever, it messes. I'm not allergic to anything really. It's just everything my body has an allergic reaction to. Like seasonal allergies. So, I used Rose Hill yarn, her mohair, and then I have my DK sock base, and it is Monkey's Blues, and I cannot remember it was a purple one. But y'all, can you see that fuzz? My daughter is she's gonna love these because they're fuzzy socks. But the ends have been woven in, and they have been blocked. So.
And they are officially an FO?
Excuse me. And then I pulled a Laura Brady from Knit for Brains, and I cast on something new, and I finished it in between 2 episodes. This is the Little Pine Hat by Cozy Up Knits. And before I show you this is not going to be for everybody, but I'm a super loose knitter, and I should have gone down on my needle sizes for this, because and I even left out a section that's supposed to, like, this section's supposed to be repeated here. So, I
hope that ends up as the thumbnail.
It probably will. But, so I have a slouchy hat. I'm not going to put a palm on it but yeah. And I didn't aggressively block it at all.
Why no palm?
Because it's super slouchy, and the palm would just pull it down even more. So, there you go. And these are all leftovers of my yarn. The gray is Concrete on DK Tweed. Then the background color is on DK Tweed too, and that is Gee, I Wish I Was Back in the Army. And then the red is Cherry on DK 100, and the green is $5 bill yo on DK 100. So I do like the hat, but if I knit it again, I now know, because I'm a super loose knitter, I need to go down. But other people had said that it was too tight. So I stuck to the pattern because I figured I'm a really loose knitter. It should be fine.
Well, Sarah's a really tight knitter.
Sarah didn't design this. Jamie did.
Oh.
So I finished it today, and all the ends are woven in. And now my hair's fuzzy. Okay. So yeah. And I did it in these colors because I wanted it to be done for Christmas, and I will get fuzz off of my sweater. I will get to do pictures in the snow, which is really exciting. Now we can move on to our next section. Okay. So our next section is
Whip it. Whip it good.
You want me to go first, or do you want to?
Hey babe, what you whipping up?
Okay, I'll go first. So this project is a design. It's a cowl, but it's a design for Jared. I had finished it completely because I was running out of yarn, and I hadn't been able to do the whole pattern. And when I bound it off, I didn't like it. I had too many stitches around. So I completely frogged it all the way back to the ribbing. Actually, no, I completely frogged it because I did less stitches. So now I did one full repeat less. But this is on my Caramel Romance. You can see, nope, where is it? This one right here. You can see this big giant cable. It's got these little cables on this leg. It's crossed over. So now the little cables will be going up this leg. And then, so it'll be, this is about a little over halfway through. And this is on worsted 100. So I should have plenty of yarn left over. If not, then I will frog this again, and I'll use this colorway for something else, and I'll just have to dye him up 2 skeins of the same color. I'm hoping to keep it at a 1 skein because not everybody wants a 2 skein cowl. But I do like the way it's coming out. Even though I hate cables, but I love my husband who loves couples.
Couples.
Words. Cables. So that's the only reason why I'm doing a super cable-y design. But you want me to keep going?
Sure.
Or do you want to talk?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. And this is in my Doctor Who bag from Kicks and Giggles. The very first bag I ever bought. Chunk. What is this one? This one I showed you all this one last week. So this one is, remember my wrap design that I was working on? And I'd finished it, but I said it wasn't going to be released for a while because I had another part of it I wanted to do. Well, this is it. I'm doing the cowl. The wrap is for your 24-day, sorry, it's like wrapped around my progress keeper, is for your 24-day advent. This is for your 12-day advent. It's going to be a cowl. So this one will be a, what's the cast on called? Provisional.
Magic cast on?
No, provisional cast on. So, because once you get it all done, you're going to put this back on the needles and you'll kitcheneer them, the ends together. So, and I am using Laura, a Crochet and Hoovian's Halloween Advent, all of them but one color because she had 13 minis. So, I just caked them all up into one big giant bowl. And the last time I showed y'all this, I had like 2 rows of the first color. but I have since added on. Okay, this is like really wanting to widen out right now and be ridiculous. So I've added on the second color, and I'm on the third color about halfway through. So, and this is in my Lone Star Arts Doctor Who bag. Can you tell I like Doctor Who? I'm not gonna chunk that one because I want to possibly knit on that later.
Mm.
Do you want to talk about one of yours? Or you want me to keep going?
I'll talk about this one.
Okay.
So what I've just picked up in the last 21 minutes to work on.
But you hadn't shown them since you actually cast that on.
Oh, I know. Is a pair of socks that I'm knitting, and technically it should be. Well, no, not technically. It's a self-striping yarn by that one dyer who dyes the yarn.
He doesn't have. He lost the.
I never had it. You gave me this.
I didn't have it. Laura gave them to me, and I gave them to you with the tags on them.
I don't think you did.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me see if it's in here.
Gotta talk about your bag, anyways.
I always talk about it. Oh,
Told you.
is it that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is Biscotti Yarns. On the bis sock self-striping yarn, and I don't know what the colorway
It's
is.
a Harry Potter. I think it's a Gryffindor.
But let me hold that right side up so y'all can read it. So that's the yarn, and that's the yarn. So I've never done mismatched socks before,
Kind of was driving him nuts.
and
at
my
first.
OCD is kind of like pinging off the charts right now that they don't match. But if I have enough, I'll knit another pair of mismatched, and then I can swap and have matching socks.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's what I'm working on. Just surprisingly enough, not maybe baby.
I know, just plain old.
Just plain old boring knit socks.
I thought for sure you'd try the Maybe Baby on those.
I don't know what it would do to the striping though,
Mm-hmm.
because it is self-striping yarn, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it is in my Knit for Brains sock knitting bag,
It's her small canvas bag.
but it works great for socks. And with the Jack Skellington Nightmare Before Christmas pattern. So, again, with work and everything else that's been going on, I have not been able to really do much of anything else because I come home exhausted and I just want to sit, watch an episode of garbage on the TV, and then go to bed.
We don't watch garbage.
We don't watch garbage, but that's pretty much all that's on TV nowadays, except for Vikings.
Which Vikings is coming back into this
Oh
month.
my goodness, that's gonna be amazing!
Like, we might even buy it on Amazon and not wait for it to come up to
So.
history.
If y'all have not started watching Vikings, you have to go back to the beginning. You have to start on season 1.
So violent.
Watch
but
it all the way through. I found the way that if I had control of it, how I would want to die. 2 words.
Do not say Blood Eagle.
Blood Eagle.
No. If you don't know what that is, look it up. We're not describing it.
We're not going to describe it here, but
We love Vikings.
awesome. It's weird, and this is kind of a rabbit hole here. It's weird to find myself rooting for the people killing the Christians.
Yeah.
It's weird, but the show is that good.
Yeah, except for the 2 things that they messed up.
Yeah. Well,
They killed off 2 characters that made us mad.
oh. Honestly, more so the second one than the first one for me.
I saw the second one coming. The first one
I knew
really
it was
made me
coming.
mad.
I knew it was coming, but the fact that they went ahead and did it.
Yeah. And we're not really giving anything away because they kill off a lot of main characters.
Like when that one character died in The Walking Dead. That took me by surprise and made me mad. But anyway. So that was my rabbit hole.
We love that show. Typically don't like to watch violent shows. But Vikings is not just about their battles. There's storylines and you get to see how they thought about their battles. It's just interesting. I like it.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about your other one or you want me to keep going?
You go ahead. I don't. Okay. My other one's over there on the couch, so.
Okay. So, let me move all this away. I am knitting Advent socks, but they're not Advent socks. Does that make sense? It's okay. I did a design out of my Advent from last year, and I had enough left over that I am making make your own striping socks. So I'm only knitting a stripe a day. And I stole this from Jamie. I did not come up with this idea. Jamie from Cozy Up Knits. When I start a new color, I do a slip one, knit one in between the stripes. So I just like the look of it. With self-striping, I couldn't do that because it would drive me nuts because they don't always start over in the same spot. So, but, let's see if I can remember these. This one is Army 1942. No. Army
1945.
Yeah, the very beginning. Then we have Wallace and Davis. Then we have Mutual, I'm sure. You can't say it any other way. Then we have 15 minutes all to myself. We have Sisters. Then we have Sisters.
Anyway.
Okay, don't get me started. Then we have Dancing. What is that song?
The best things happen when you're dancing.
Yes.
Is that
Laura with the yarn. We are podcasting. And this one was Sisters, girls. This one is Sisters, boys. When the boys go and do their number because the girls are escaping. So, yeah. So it is slightly different. You've got the whites and the grays running through because they still have their suits on and they just put on parts of their costume.
Really? They just like put on the headband and held the feather fans
But
and
they
hold their pants up.
hiked their legs.
So you see their sock garters.
That is my favorite Christmas movie though. I love that movie.
We haven't watched it this year yet.
I know, because we usually watch it at Thanksgiving and we couldn't do it this year. So, this is in my Christmas bag that I got from a Christmas project bag swap partner a few years ago. I love this bag so much. She was a quilter and she pieced these and quilted it. Oh, I love this bag so much. Then, in my Knit for Brains hot cocoa bag, which is the one that Laura with the bags gave me last year for Christmas, is some other socks that I'm doing one stripe a day, but they're not Advents. It's not 24 stripes because I've already knit up all the stripes and they're already starting to repeat. These are Nomadic Yarn and it's Diagon Alley. And we got a full skein and I split it with him. So he'll cast these on at some point.
Diagonally.
So I really like these. What do you think? That's the full color repeat.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then the toes are Baby Gnome. Like I was saying, the toes are Baby Gnome by No Makers. And the toes on the other ones were Knit Pick colorway. That's usually my preferred contrast color. I buy a lot of the tonals from Knit Picks. I love this bag. I need to use it more than just at Christmas time. I love Laura's bags, y'all. And this is her small. Can you believe that? And chunk. You want me keep going?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't have any others.
I thought you were going to talk about your... Your other project that's over there.
Where?
In the Texas bag. Are you going to talk about that when I talk about my cast-ons?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I haven't shown this to you in a while. This is my only sweater that's on the needles. Can you believe that? This is... What is it called? The Sturgill. By Caitlin Hunter. Because we all know I love her. That is not a turtleneck. That is the cowl that comes with it. Well, I mean, you get it. You have to put them both in your cart and then you get it for free when you buy the sweater. But, this one, I love it. I got through all of the color work and got bored. So that's why the body hasn't gotten much progress done. The main color is, these are all my colors. And it's because I can dye up the colors I want and I have this readily available. Instead, financially it just makes more sense. So, but we have Hoovian, Gee, I Wish I Was Back in the Army, My Caramel Romance, and then just like a unicorn colorway. And by unicorn, I mean one of a kind. That's what I call them in my shop. So. And no, I don't catch my floats because I feel like it makes it tighter. So when I block this, it won't be bunchy anymore, I promise. Because that's what I did with this, and it looked just as bunchy till I blocked it. And I've had people ask.
Can you still see the pattern?
No. Kind of.
A little bit.
So I don't catch my floats because I've tried it and it does make it really tight. Yeah, you can see the pattern.
Yeah.
So,
a little bit.
I have really long floats. But it works for me, and it may not work for you, but that's what I do, and that's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's not bunchy. Color work does slow me down, but I like doing color work better than I like doing cables. Because I like the look of color work more than I like cables. Cables are just boring to me. Mm-hmm. And this is in another Doctor Who bag that I made back when I first started sewing. And no, I don't have any more of the fabric. Sorry. It is my favorite fabric, though. The Exploding TARDIS. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm done with whips.
Okay.
I'm on to cast on itis if you want me to go ahead and start, and then you do yours in between my two.
Sure.
Okay. So when I finished the little pine hat, Haley knew that there was a headband. And she said, well, why can't you just cast on the headband for me? And I said, well, let me finish the hat first because it's in Christmas colors and I want a Christmas hat. She said, okay. So I finished it. Now I'm going to cast on the little pine headband for Haley. And I am using my DK Tweed on Dusk. This is one of her favorite colors that I dye. That's the main color. And then the contrast color is just going to be a white. So that'll pop really well. Then once I get done with that, I'm going to use cherry and white and knit one for myself. So this is all in my, totally forgot who this is.
Right here.
Right there. Haha, okay. Lila Stiles. I'm sorry, I totally forgot her name. In my Lila Stiles Doctor Who bag, can you see a pattern? And this button.
Yes, I can see a pattern.
This button is my favorite. Right? She believed she could, but she was really tired, so she didn't. She sent that button to me with this bag. I think that's hilarious. And chunk. So I gotta wind that up. You wanna talk about yours?
Yeah.
Okay.
Set that down.
Not Corona.
So, now that she is done knitting it, I am gonna do...
I have more time and can knit it a lot faster than he can.
Yeah. The little pine hat. So I'm doing mine in 5 of her colorways.
Again, these are just like leftovers that I have
Yeah.
because I dye yarn. So most of our leftovers are going to be my yarn,
Yeah.
especially in the DK weight.
So my main color is going to be Skellington, which I think is great. And then I'm going to be using My Chemical Romance. I'm going to use Concrete, Cherry, and Green.
Chrissy,
You
cannot seem to remember that one.
But those are the colors I'm going to use. So hopefully by next episode I'll have mine done because that'll be right before we go for Christmas. And I'm wanting to be able to wear this in the snow at Christmas.
Yep.
So
Then I have another sweater to cast on, but this one's not for me. And I can't remember if I've shown you this. I still haven't cast it on. It's a sweater for Haley. I just think I showed it like, what, 2 episodes ago?
sure.
Our last episode? I already showed this. It's a simple hug cardi. I already showed you the colors. I showed you this last time. So I'm just not going to show you again because you dropped the skeins everywhere. Or the cakes. I had you stack them up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was
So,
last episode.
yeah. So I'm not going to show you that again. Totally forgot I'd shown it to you already. So, that's all we have for whips. It's time to move on to...
This is yours.
It's time to move on to...
My precious.
Thank you. You have to say it, I can't. So I did a trade with Kim of Ginger Snap for, I sent her my Rudolph 12-day Advent and she sent me her Nightmare Before Christmas 12-day Advent. So I was going to get, I had asked her how much it was because I was going to get it for him because it's his favorite movie, and she said, hey, how about a trade? And I was like, really? Are you sure? She's a much better dyer than I am. She's been doing it longer before anybody else says, no, you dye just as well. I just haven't been doing it as long as she has. And in my mind, she's more experienced and better at it.
Plus, she's able to make that their income.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
while yours generates income, it is not
No.
enough.
No. And I don't really have the space to make it where it generates my income
Yeah.
right now. I mean, well, it generates my income, but not enough to like a part-time job.
Not enough
and
for
not
me to
even
be able
that.
to quit my job and
No. No, because insurance. That's the main reason.
yeah.
Insurance. But she sent some goodies along with it when she sent it. So,
Can I show my bag?
yes, she sent both of us her doctor bags. Her small doctor bags.
Yeah.
He was so excited about this one.
Come the flip on. Okay. That is so cool. But let me show the inside fabric. Oh, well, the inside fabric is just purple. Just plain purple.
Our kids they're both in our daughter's room. And
They're being weird.
yeah, they're 18 and 13. So, and they get along really, really well.
Like,
We're very
oddly well.
Yeah. Like, what did we do to make them get along that well?
Probably the get along shirt.
Okay, let me show my bag, then you can go down that rabbit hole. So, she sent me a Rudolph bag. And I like it. He almost wanted to keep both of them. I said, I'll trade him, but he does not get both. I like it a lot. And I didn't have one of her doctor bags. So, and then that's the inside fabric. That's so cute. Then she also sent me a skein of yarn that our daughter has already claimed. is sugar plum. You see that sparkle? Haley loves sparkle. I'm not a big sparkle fan. This is super sparkle fingering. 524 yards. It's 120 grams. That's a lot.
That's 5 1/4 football fields.
Yeah. So, but I think that includes, I think this is 100 gram and this is a 20 gram. So I think that's the yardage for both. But it's the Sugar Plum 2.0 Deluxe Sock Set. Then she also sent some Tim Hortons coffee. So, because we can't get that down here till we got an H-E-B, and our H-E-B carries Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
I was shocked to see that.
That surprised me.
Yeah.
Because H-E-B is not even nationwide. It's
Texas.
mostly just in Texas.
It is only in Texas.
Is it? I thought I would have thought there were some outside of Texas.
And then she sent me a llama notebook. Well,
Llama.
It's got stickers too. It's a sticker notebook. So I will probably put this in my purse, and my little cousins, Reed and JoJo, will probably use this. I'll bribe them. I give them Bucky stickers every Sunday. You can talk about your two?
Oh, those are mine?
Well, no, they're ours, but I gave those to you to talk about.
Oh.
Or do you want me to talk about these first?
No, I'll talk about them.
Okay. There was also ketchup chips, but our son would not let those last. He loves ketchup chips.
So gross.
I know. He's the only one in the family that likes them.
Yes.
So when any of our Canadian friends send us a package, they always throw in ketchup
That's
chips.
what happens when you're born in North Carolina.
We don't like ketchup, though. So that's probably our problem.
And it tastes just like ketchup.
Yeah.
If you've never had them and you don't like ketchup, spare yourself. You don't need to try them. If you do like ketchup, you could still spare yourself because...
However, the dill pickle of that same company, the dill pickle ones are good. Those are really good.
No. Chips should be original, sour cream and onion.
Or cheese.
Or barbecue or cheese.
Or these.
Yeah, these are actually pretty good. I do like these.
I like those, and we're not sharing those with the children.
No. So, these are Ruffles Assaisonniers.
They're all dressed.
Yes.
And we have found these here in the States once. And they were a specialty for like a few months. And then they were gone.
Never seen them again.
So good.
But these are so good.
No, don't open them yet.
And we got Hickory Sticks.
You can open those.
Well, how come I can open these without
Because I don't want to open those yet. Because I don't want to eat all of those tonight.
So these are Hickory Sticks.
We've never had these.
Julien à l'Hickory.
Japan has these, and they're like vegetable flavored and beef stew flavored, and they're pretty good. So I'm curious to see if these are going to be like those. Like same kind of texture, and if the flavor's just spot on like they were.
Simulated flavor potato sticks.
Oh, well, open them. Let's try them. Simulated. That's a new description of.
Yeah, here in America we just say artificial.
Yeah. Or flavor. Ooh.
Those are actually really good.
Those smell good, even.
Those are good.
That's really good.
You know what you do? You put these on top of a salad instead of those like crispy tortilla strips. Mm-hmm. These are good.
Those are really good. Mm-hmm. Oh, those are better than any barbecue chips we get here.
No.
We need some cheesers, too.
Some Hawkins cheesers.
That might not be the right name, but that's what we remember it as.
No, I think that is the right name.
So if we're wrong, let us know down below. Probably didn't even need to tell y'all that. Y'all would just tell us.
Yeah, y'all be like, oh, you stupid Texans.
You won't call us stupid. They're Canadian.
Oh.
They'd be polite.
Cheesies. I was wrong. Hawkins cheesies. These were good.
Those were really
These
good.
were really good, and thank you, Jamie, for getting me hooked on Hawkins Cheesies.
It wasn't her, it was Heather. Because she made us do a
Heather?
snack attack there in the lobby.
But I thought Jamie provided them.
She sent some home with us, but Heather's the one that introduced us to them. Because we kept joking, saying they look like Cheetos.
Because they do, but...
And they taste like Cheetos, just fresher.
Better.
Then, I almost hid this from him and didn't want to give it to him because
You'd
it's
be in
coffee crisp.
so much trouble if you did.
No, I wouldn't, because you wouldn't know I ever had it. We love these. And the only place we can get them is at World Market, and they're expensive.
Yeah.
So I don't get them very often. So our Canadian friends have sent them to us a few times, and we're just like, oh, mine. Then we got a new one that we've never tried. Cadbury's Crispy Crunch. It looks kind of like a Butterfinger, but as most things that are not US, they always taste better.
You know, for America having its obesity epidemic that it does have, you would think our sweets would taste better than everybody else's, but no.
Ghirardelli's good. Ghirardelli.
Gilladary.
I'm not even gonna try and
Take a breath.
correct myself. No,
Think
you
about the
say
word.
it. You say it. because-
Ghirardelli.
Thank you. I can normally say that word correctly.
But that's not even American.
Yeah, it is. California.
Ghirardelli's like Swiss.
Factories in California, because my parents went when they went to California.
What?
Yeah.
Well, that checks out. Yeah. Ghirardelli. Oh yeah. Inspired by the San Francisco home since 1852.
Yep. And we have Hershey's.
Anyway.
But Hershey's is not my favorite chocolate. I don't like milk chocolate. Those Hickory Sticks were really good. We're not opening these tonight. We've already had... No, we've already had sweets.
You said we were going to eat one on the show.
Well, I changed my... We did. We ate those. You don't need them tonight.
Just a bite.
We've already had cheesecake and sparkling
Just
apple cider. No! I can't at you. How's that go? But that's all we have for my... What?
No.
What were you gonna say?
No.
Were you fixing to say my precious?
I was, yes.
That's all we have for...
My precious!
Now we're gonna talk about Advents. So if you are not following me on Instagram, because I don't know if everybody up here on YouTube follows me on Instagram, do you want it?
Where'd you get this bag?
It came with my Advent. He's wanting to steal this bag. I probably will because I have a lot of these little bags. So this came with my Advent from Lollypop Girl Yarns. These are by Knit for Brains. And it's a Lilo Christmas bag. And her sock bags. And these sock bags, I love these. They're great for everything. And he's wanting it, so here.
It's Lilo and Stitch.
And it came with some candy, and it came with some hot chocolate. I'm not a hot chocolate fan, but my daughter said she would take this one.
Ow.
Or our son. Both of them are hot chocolate nerds. And then in two of the ones I've already unwrapped, hers was Disney themed. Christmas at the Magic Kingdom. So, have a bracelet. And then Laura, Knit for Brains, also made needle keepers. You can have that too because I don't use it.
Is it? Ooh, it's Mickey.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, and then I want to show you the extra, some of the extras I sent in mine. I don't have all of them. But I put in 3 stickers, and they're like the good stickers that you can put on laptops and on cups and stuff. So, and this one apparently got like stuck on the side of the little stocking. But sent an ornament. It's a little stocking. This is for the Christmas Story one. But stickers, they were all different. So everybody got a Santa one. Everybody got a, maybe not. Everybody got a Santa and a, no, Rudolph was the other one. Anyways, everybody got 3 stickers. And then everybody got a squishy, which I kept this one for myself. Because there was 2 different kinds of squishies. So there was this kind, which is just, you know, your regular squishy. Then there's the kind that's got like, it's like sticky and it's got like a water balloon in the middle essentially. But I liked this one, so I kept this one. So, and everybody got a Christmas slap bracelet. And in my 12-day one, everybody got 3 stickers. Everybody got a squish. I think I did squishies. Maybe I didn't. They got slap bracelets, and then I had Jingle Bell Rudolph's ornaments too. But I wanted to show y'all those. And I'm gonna put this sticker here because it's wanting to roll and not stay put. It's completely pointless, but I did it anyways.
You put your Kardashian sticker on the front?
It's not a Kardashian sticker. Oh my goodness, really? That was wrong. Laura, we're podcasting. Laura with the bags. I don't even want to show y'all the sticker. I'm not going to show y'all the sticker. That was wrong. You want to show them the sticker, don't you?
No, I'm not going to show it to them.
Then stop laughing.
Okay, I'm done.
And then Laura, Crochet and Hoovian, Lollypop Girl Yarns, she also sent me this bag as part of my Christmas. It says, don't get your tinsel in a tangle. It's an Erin Lane bag. I don't have any. Laura!
You could just turn the volume off on your phone.
I could, but that's no fun. We all try to catch each other. I've kind of failed lately. But yeah, it's an Erin Lane bag. I've never had an Erin Lane bag, y'all. How do you like it? So I've been keeping my advents in here as I open them. So let's start with Lollypop Girl Yarns. I gotta get them out and get them in order. Tra-la-la-la-la. I think that's all of them. Okay, so day 1 was Main Street, USA. I love this one.
What's the theme?
Christmas in the Magic Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
I said that when I showed the bracelet.
Sorry, I was knitting.
So, Main Street, USA. Don't need the bags no more. You have less stuff on your side.
I didn't.
Day 2 was Dole Whip, which Dole Whips. Oh. We had one at the Dole Plantation in Hawaii. Oh. And that, pretty spot on. Mm-hmm. So that's Dole Whip. Then day 3 was Mad Tea Party. And I've not been disappointed with any of these. I just have to figure out what I want to do with them. That. Oh. So pretty. And day 4 was Haunted Mansion, which I told a story on my Instagram stories about that ride. We went summer after my 7th grade year. No, before 7th grade, summer after my 6th grade. And Haunted Mansion, I love that ride. But at the end of that ride, you're facing these mirrors and like they CGI project a ghost sitting between you and the person next to you. And every time it freaks me out. I don't know why. I knew it was coming and I knew it wasn't actually there, but every time it would show up and I'm like, oh yeah. I don't know why, but it just did. But here's the color. Haunted Mansion. Oh,
You're
so
as bad as your daughter.
It didn't like freak me out enough to where I wouldn't write it again because I definitely kept writing it. It was just one of those things that caught me off guard every time. That's what I should say, not freaked out. It just, I knew it was coming, but it caught me off guard every time. Day 5 was It's a Small World, which that ride is fun, but the line is not, it's awful. So, well, after all. So that one, I like that one too. Ah, Laura.
A lot of purples and pinks in there.
I know. I'm totally okay with that.
I'm not seeing any that I want to steal from you.
Oh, good. Because I wasn't going to let you have any of them. Day 6
Rude.
is Minnie Mouse. This one, I love this one. I need like 3 skeins of this on fingering weight, and I want to pair it with like my silver and knit a sweater. A stripy sweater. Oh, it's so pretty. And Laura, yours are like fading again. Just FYI. And then today's, which was day 7, is Walt Disney World Railroad. Ta-da! I like that one too. That one's pretty. See, look. They fade. Laura, you like accidentally fade yours all the time. You're a genius. Yep. These are her 80-20 too. Yeah, superwash merino nylon.
That's too much. 80-22?
No, 80-20. Comma, T-O-O.
Oh.
Dork.
You said 80-22.
Oh my goodness, he's such a dork. Anyway, so. Look at that. That's gorgeous. I'm probably going to just hoard those for a while because I don't know what I'm going to do with them. And then my advent this year was A Christmas Story. Very favorite movie. No, you can't steal any of these. I'm splitting these with you anyways to make socks, remember?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because I asked you and you said, no, I don't want any. Then you saw them. Please split them.
That was the Rudolph one.
That was this one too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
No, I said that about the Rudolph one.
This one goes here. So, when I pick movies, typically, if I'm going to do a 24-day, not even that, I always watch the movie and I write down the colors that I think would match. And I try to put them in the advent as they show up in the movie. So, the very first color is Higby's Corner Window. And this is that very first opening scene where it's like the town center and you see Higby's window all decorated up for Christmas and everything. And it's all neon lights everywhere. So I took all those colors and put them on the skein. And I love the way this turned out. Oh, I love that so much. That'd be pretty in a cardigan or something. Then the next scene that you see after they've shown you all of that, then you see the 4 boys with their faces look squished up to the window. And the first one you see is Ralphie. So I took the colors from what he was wearing and put them on from what he was wearing. So this is Ralphie. Then the next one you see is Flick, his best friend, the one that wears the aviator, like leather aviator hat. He has like a blue scarf or a jacket on. I can't remember. I'd have to go back and actually look. And then I put his face because that's between his hat and his jacket. So that's Flick. And then Schwartz is the one with the long stocking cap. That's the stripes. The brown and the yellow and the white and the red. So that's what I did on this one. Don't like any of those colors, but that's what the character is. That's what he's most recognizable by, is that long stocking cap he always wore. Then there's Randy, which is Ralphie's younger brother. And he has on his like bodysuit, his maroon bodysuit with his blue scarf.
Can't put my arms down.
Yeah, no, that's not this scene. This is the one where he's
No, I know.
He's literally like his nose is squished up in him because y'all wanted to see right up my nose, didn't you? That's not going to be. Anyways, so that's what that one is. Then the next character you see is their dad, but he's never mentioned by name. He's just, Ralphie always calls him the old man. So I base this off of his outfits that he was, like his ties and his vests and stuff that he would wear. And then last is Mom. And Mom loves her cardigans. So.
They never named Mom either.
No, she was just Mom.
Just
it was Mom and the old man. So. That is the first 7 days of my Advent. Da-da. And Laura of A Crochet in Havian says that it's the worst movie ever. She's watched it once. She watched it 6 years ago.
Everybody is entitled to their own opinion.
Whether it's wrong or not.
It's just Laura's is wrong.
Yes. Love you, Laura. But she watched it 6 years ago and she was too logical with it. So. But everybody's entitled to their own opinion because she also thinks Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It is not a Christmas movie. They talk about Christmas in it. That does not mean that
it's set at Christmas time.
I don't care. It's not a Christmas movie. It's not about Christmas. So, anyways, I don't like Die Hard movies anyways.
I don't think I've ever even seen them.
So, but that's the Advents. I only had the 2 this year. But now it's time for shop news. The only shop news that I got is I am CherryPieCottage on Etsy. Well, before I forget, because I have 4 arrows pointing to it to remind me. Yeah, constantly forget, see? Then I finally was able to get out my Christmas colorways for the year. I'm not going to be able to re-dye these. So, and I'm retiring one of the favorites. This was the 3rd year that I had Sugar Plum. This is retiring after this year. So if you want it, go grab it. There's 5 available. They are all fingering sock. Once they're gone, they're gone. I'm not bringing them back. So there's Sugar Plum. And then we have Problems.
No.
Then we have White Christmas. This was in the Advent from last year, but I knew when I came up with this colorway, it was definitely coming back this year for a Christmas colorway. It's red and white because that very last scene in White Christmas, they're all wearing the red and white outfits. I love that one. And then brand new, which by the way, there's only 5 of these left too. And they're all in fingering sock. Then we have Peppermints. This is a brand new color. I love this one. And to me, Peppermints is Christmas. It may not be for everybody, but, and you also have the, like spearmint peppermints that you can get too, which is why there's green in there. But what do you think?
Mm-hmm.
It's like my pen. It's making too much noise. But I like this one. And I think this one would be pretty for a cardigan or something. Like a sweater. But there's only 5 of these left in the shop too. From what I put in there.
It's not making any noise.
From what I put in there, and they're all in fingering sock. And as always, all orders are shipped the very next business day. If you are a U.S. customer and you spend $35 or more, it ships free. So, and that is like my policy, period. Unless it's around the holidays, then shipping next business day might be not, it might be adjusted a little bit more. It might be the full 3 days. But non-holiday, it always ships next business day. So if you order right now, it will ship the next day. Then the next update that I will have, which I'm not 100% sure when I'm going to be able to do it, but it will be before the end of the year. I've got some Christmas bags that are were in the shop a while back. They didn't sell, so I held on to them like I've done at least twice this year. These are all Christmas bags. They will be going in the shop. So I'm gonna start calling those seconds. So when it's their second time around coming to the shop, so I'm gonna have Christmas seconds in the shop. That will be the next update. So, and I'm pretty sure that I think I might have 2 medium size, but the rest are all sock size. Perfect for all of those sock knitters at Christmas time. But that's really all I have for shop news. December, I don't dye usually because I'm usually in the kitchen baking, and I have to use our kitchen and dining room when I dye because that's the only space that I have. But we do a lot more baking in the kitchen, so the kitchen's not actually readily available for me to be dyeing in. But anyways, that's all I have for shop news. It's now time for the tail end.
Womp.
Do you have anything to add to the tail end?
You know how many apples grow on a tree?
No.
All of them.
You just had to get one. You should tell them about the sharing shirt that you mentioned earlier with our children.
Oh, it wasn't a sharing shirt. It was a get-along shirt.
Oh, yeah, the get-along shirt.
And I'm sure a lot of people have seen this on the internet, is they were in there washing dishes. The most recent one, I should say. They were in washing dishes together, and they were just sitting there, me, bickering back and forth. So I went and got one of my shirts.
No, it was my tank top, wasn't it?
No, it's like one of my undershirts. And I put it around both of them to where each child had one arm that they could use, so they had to work together
to wash the dishes.
And then all of a sudden they're just giggling with each other until Michael farted.
No, that's why they were giggling.
Michael farted, and it went right up the shirt, right into Haley's face.
And they both started giggling. And we have yet to have to use the get along shirt ever since then. We used to have to use it when they were younger a lot more. But they were really, really lucky. Really, really lucky and blessed that our kids get along. And we really can't take credit for that. That's all God.
Yeah. So.
Just like we're really, really lucky to have good teenagers. I mean, yes, they have their days. They have their moody days. But for the most part, they're great. Like, I would take teenagers over toddlers any day at this point.
I would take our teenagers
over
somebody else's toddlers.
No, over our toddlers even. I loved them when they were little, but they were harder to manage.
I don't know.
So.
Worth that. Well, Michael wasn't that bad.
You weren't home with them all day. You went to work. I enjoyed when they were toddlers. I did. And they were not a handful then. But when I think back now and I have the easygoing, laid back teenagers that I have now, I would take our teenagers over when they were toddlers. So it's not that I didn't like them when they were toddlers. I loved them. They were a blast. But our teenagers are much easier because, for one, they're potty trained. They can feed themselves. They can cook. Mm-hmm. They help around the house. So they don't need me or him to be constantly watching them to make sure they're staying out of trouble.
Yep.
But yeah. Go to our Facebook and Ravelry groups. We are CherryPieCottage on both. Ravelry, you can just join, and that's where we're doing our cows and stuff for now. Then our Facebook group, you just got to answer the 2 questions. You got to answer them correctly, and then I will me or Jared will let you in.
Here on YouTube, make sure to do all the YouTube stuff. Hit the like and subscribe button. Help us get out there to more people so we can start doing the Facebook Lives again, and also YouTube Lives. I knew what I was saying. Here, eat your peppermint.
Stop. Squish my peppermint.
So that way we can do YouTube lives, and also once we hit 1,000 friends, then we will.
Why'd you put quotation marks? We call them our friends. We don't call them subscribers.
Air bonies. But then we can do another giveaway. So
Yes.
I'm gonna point
Like I do. I can't tell you how many times we've had to redo our intro because I start out with "Hey y'all." For some reason I do that. I don't know why. But I hope y'all had a fantastic Thanksgiving for all of our U.S. viewers, and for the rest of the world, I hope you are enjoying life and not completely bored out of your mind since we're all kind of stuck at home.
Speak for yourself.
You go to work, yes, but there's not a lot of other things open for us to be able to go do. So, God is good.
Read your Bible.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.